They call it the Flying Fortress, the B17 Bomber, used widely by the U.S. during World War II. Between 1935 and 1945, over 12,000 B-17 bombers were produced. Over 4,000 of those were lost in combat. Others were sold for scrap after the war. Today, fewer than 100 of these historic aircraft remain. Less than a dozen are airworthy. This is one of those few. It's called the Aluminum Overcast. Today, we're going to climb aboard and take a flight. The Aluminum Overcast was built in 1945, but not in time to see any of the war. It was sold off as military surplus in 1946 for a mere $750. Since then, it has flown more than 1 million miles and is currently owned and maintained by the Experimental Aircraft Association out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The group brought the plane to St. Louis to take part in this year's Fair St. Louis Air Show. On hand for today's flight were active Air Force personnel, as well as World War II veterans who flew in the B-17 bomber nearly 70 years ago. One veteran I talked to says the plane was very much the same as he remembers flying in all those years ago. The only difference in this flight, he says, is that it was a lot more peaceful.
And this airplane had 10 crew members. It was a 4-engine heavy bomber. It had 10 crew members, basically broke the back of the German war machine during World War II. Now, a tremendous amount of them were lost during the war, and obviously a lot of brave American lives were lost at the same time. So it has a significant place in our military history.
The plane itself has been re-outfitted with its original guns and equipment, including the 50mm waist guns, complete tail turret assembly, and the Norden bomb sight in the nose of the airplane. Navigating through the plane while in the air can be a bit difficult at times, hanging onto the walls to keep balance and being careful not to pull on the pilot's control cables. While in the air, the B-17 bomber reportedly uses 150 gallons of fuel per hour. So our flight today will only last a few minutes, but World War II missions often lasted more than 8 hours. It's about time for landing, so we're instructed to take our seat. You too can take a ride in the Aluminum Overcast. Visit b17.org. Experience history. Until next time, I'm Sean Streeter.